Hey, Heidi. All right, everybody. It's a great day to have a great ball game. I'm really blown away by how windy it is here. It's very windy. All right, matchup today, Jonathan Alder. All right, let me get things set up here. Home team is the Wildcats. Pioneers are the away team. Don't forget, this Saturday, the Wildcat Western, 8 p.m., Nasty Sports Bar, Sean Prather. He's the musical guest. It's a fundraiser. Proceeds go to Davidson Baseball Club. Supports a lot of the activities the team does and the scholarship and all kinds of stuff. So come on out, bring your cowboy hat and your cowboy boots, and join us for the Wildcat Western. All right, the meeting at the mound is done, and we're about to get underway here. The Pioneers, they got a couple kids on their team that play with my son in the Summer Travel Ball League. Oh, thanks, Charlie. Evan Dykes and Corbin Yoder. So we'll be watching it for number 11, which is Corbin, and number 15, which is Evan. All these kids look the same when they have their uniform on. Pitching for the Wildcats today, starting us off, is going to be Caden Fry. He's on the mound. Looks like Braylon Bowman's at catcher. First base, I think that's Colin Kay. In the outfield, right field, Brendan Cruz. Looks like shortstops, Mason Stessner. Dylan Rundio on third base. Sass at second base. My guess is Palmer Sykes in center. And I can't see who's in left. Let's see if I can zoom in here. I have to like hold my papers down because they're flying everywhere with this wind. Let's see if we can zoom in. Oh, I think I see numbers there. Who's in left field? That is number 19. That is our height. First name Carson. Carson Height is in left field. He joined us starting last game and did a fantastic job. All right, here we go. First batter is up. Caden Fry on the mound for the first pitch. First pitch, strike. This is number 9 here for the Pioneers. I'm trying to keep score here, but my papers are flying everywhere. Ball outside. Here's a pitch and contact made left side. It's going to drop in left field for a base hit. Base hit single there for number 9, and then we got up next number 5. All right, man on first. He's in motion. First pitch. It's going to be a strike here. Fry looks at the runner on first. Batter steps in the box. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chopper on the left side. It's a foul ball. I got feedback from my boss that I need to be following the ball a little bit better instead of doing a wide shot. So the boss says, you follow the puck in hockey, can't you do it in baseball? All right, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's going to be a strikeout for number 5. Up next, number 3. Batter or runner still on first base, 1 out. Runner's going, and the ball is sliced foul there. 0-1 is the count. Runner goes back to first base. Here's the pitch. Contact made, left side. Dylan Rundio picks up the ball, throws it to first base. He's out at first base. Nice job, Dylan Rundio. Runner advances to second base. Oof, it's weird. Outside. Oh, that's a strike. This is number 8 up to bat. Here's the pitch. low, ball 1, 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, he check swing, but it was called strike, so 1-2 is the count. 1-2. All right, here's the pitch for Caden Fry. Outside, 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Hit right side, caught there by Colin Kay, and he's going to get the third out of the inning. Wildcats do a nice job here, top of the first. Now we move on to the bottom of the inning, and the Wildcats are going to get an at-bat. All right, for Jonathan Alder, I'm looking at who's playing and who's pitching here. Number 8, Nolan Nixon, is on first base. Pitcher is number 14, Ben Travis. '24, oh, I'm sorry. Not Ben Travis, Ben Skorich. Thank you. The broadcast truck is correcting me. It's number 24, Ben Skorich. Number 1, Drew King, playing second there. Looks like number 9, Alex Moore at short. And can't really see the rest. Up to bat first for Davidson is going to be Kellen Dilly. Kellen stepping up to bat here. Bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch. Ball 1 inside. Brian Haupt's going to come over here and join me. I got a headset for him. Here's the pitch. Strike call, 1-1 for Kellen Dilly. On deck is Colin Kay. Here's the pitch. Contact made, right side, it's a fair ball. It hit the first baseman, but Dilly stretching for it, and he's gonna get there on first base for the base hit. No error there, that was a hard hit ball. All right, next up, Colin Kay. A left-hander. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Pitch number 2, low in the dirt, pass ball. And Dilly Going to get to second base on the pass ball there. K with a 1-1 count here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and miss. Strike 2. 1-2 is the count. Ben Skorich on the mound here for Jonathan Alder. 0-0 score here, bottom of the first. Contact made and he fouls it back. Colin Kay staying alive, battling here at the plate. Dilly on second base. Oop, I forgot to put my graph. There we go. Here's the pitch. Ooh, it's pass ball, and Dilly gonna advance to third base on the passed ball. And another ball for Colin Kay. It should be a full count here for Colin. Controller's having some issues here. There we go. All right, here's the pitch, full count. Contact made, left side foul ball. Colin battling it here. All right, here's the pitch. Away, and oh, no, that's a strike. That's a strikeout. One out here, bottom of the first, with a runner on third base. Next up is Stessner. He's got a strike on him. There's the pitch, ball 1. 1-1 is the count. Stessner steps up to the plate. Pitcher gets set. Here's the pitch. Contact made, but fouled back to the right side. He's got a 1-2 count with a runner on third, 1 out. No score. Here's the pitch. Contact made. Stessner battling it here with 2 strikes, stays alive. Here's the pitch. Contact made right up the middle in the gap, and it's going to get out of the infield for a base hit for Stessner, and that's going to score Dilly, and that's going to be 1-0 Wildcats. All right, Forbush up to bat here. They throw it back to first base, and it's just out of the camera reach there. And overthrown. Stessner's going to take second base here. All right, Stessner now on second base. Here's the pitch. High. Ball 1. Stessner dancing there at second base. Here's the pitch. Contact made right up the middle. Stopped there by the shortstop. Thrown to first base. He catches it and gets out number 2 of the inning. Stessner advances to third base. Good contact there for Forbush. Way to advance the runners. All right. Strike called for, this is Height. Contact made, foul ball. So 0-2 for Height. Stessner should be moving over there. He is. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, the Pioneers get out of the inning, but Wildcats strike first here, 1-0, top of the first. Why don't you? All right, Caden Fry is on the mound here, top of the second inning. Number 14 up to bat. Number 14 is Ben Travis. That's Ben Travis, okay. Here's the first pitch. Ball 1. Here's the second pitch. Ooh, and it's going to hit him. And he's going to take his base. Up next is number 24, the pitcher, with a man on first base. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a ball, throw into second, and a stolen base there for the Pioneers. Bowman behind the plate, catching. Here's the pitch for Fry. Inside. Oh, it's called a strike. We'll take it. 1-1 is the count for number 24. Ben Skorich. He's doing a nice job at pitching. Ball thrown outside Forbush on the Caden Fry on the mound. High, ball 3, 3-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Inside. Oh, that's a strike. We'll take it. Full count. Here we go. I need to not assume what the pitch is and just wait for the ump to call it here. Caden Fry with the pitch. Inside. And again, I should take my own advice. That's a strikeout there. So one down here with a man on second base and number 22 up to bat. First pitch is a strike. I can't draw a backwards K. I'm filling out the old school scoring sheet here, and I have a hard time drawing a backwards K. Here's the pitch, ball for number 22. Number 22 is Daniel DeGorcia. Did I get that right? It's close. Hey, my last name's hard to pronounce, so he's hit number 22 here. He's going to be hit by a pitch and takes his base. So man on first and second with one out. And we've got number 11 coming up to bat, I think. Corbin Yoder. Corbin, if that's who it is. He plays, going to play with my son this summer. Swing and fouls it back. 0-1 count. All right, here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. Runners moving on the bases here. Caden Fry looks back there. And the pitch. Contact is popped up. Left side. Braylon Bowman going after it, but he's not able to get to it in time. And it's going to be 1-2 count. For Yoder. Here's the pitch for Fry. Contact left side, and it's, Dylan Rundio tried to catch that one, and it drops fair, so that's going to be a base hit there. So bases loaded here for number 1. Strike is called. Here's the pitch, and he's going to get hit, and that's going to score a run. All right, the Pioneers are on the board here. It's a 1-1 game, 1 out with bases loaded. And we're back to the top of the order here. Number 9 got a single last time up. A single to left field. Bases loaded. We're tied 1 apiece here, top of the second. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. Fry. Ball 2. Oh, pass ball, and a runner's going to get home on the passed ball. So they get another score there. It's 2-1 Pioneers. Three and 0 count here. Here's the pitch. Strike called. 3-1. Here's the pitch, just over his shoulder and a pass ball here. It's going to get walked, and they're going to get another run home. So a walk, runners on the corners, and they're up 3-1 now. One out. Here's the pitch, and the runner advances to second base. Looked like a ball, I'm not sure. Here's the pitch, it's in the right center gap, and the wind's taking it, it's in the trees. So that's a ground rule double. It should be a double. They score 2, and that's going to clear out the bases. All right, new batter here. Looks at strike 1. This is number 3. He ground out last inning. Pass ball is going to send the runner to third base. Five to 1. Here's the pitch. Contact made, center field. Palmer Sykes going to catch it for the out, and the runner tags up and gets home. 6-1. But a great play by the Wildcats to get the second out. Six to 1 with 2 outs. Fry, pitch into the left-hander here. Outside, ball 1, a pass ball there, but no big deal because no runners. Last time out, this guy hit it to our first baseman, Colin Kay, for the third out. Here's the pitch. Contact, same thing, and it gets past Colin Kay and into right field for a base hit. So man on first here, 2 outs, and a big inning for the Pioneers. Number 14 fouls it back, He was hit by a pitch last time. Two strikes on number 14. The man on first. Contact made. It's going to foul back. Oof. We had a fan over here on Jonathan Alder's side catch the ball there. I didn't turn the camera. All right, here's the pitch. Contact made, and it flies back again. Number 14 here for the Pioneers, protecting. Battling at the plate, Ben Travis. There's the pitch, outside, 1-2. 2 outs, just need another out to get out of this inning and go hit. Pioneers up 6-1. Contact, it's up in center field. Palmer Sykes is under it. He's going to catch it for the 3rd out of the inning. And now it's the bottom of the 2nd. We're going to go hit. All right, Wildcats up to bat. First pitch, ball 1. For Cash Ivy. Here's the pitch. Strike 1, 1-1 for Cash. Strike called. 1-2 is the count for Ivy. There's the pitch. And that's strike 3. Kind of looked outside to me, but maybe it hit the corner. All right, next up is, can't see. There's the pitch. Oh, Dylan Rundio. He fouls it back. 0-1 count. Rundio, big hitter. He's the guy who can get on base. Here's the pitch. Strike called. 0-2 is the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and strike 3. All right, one out here, bottom of the second. And Caden Fry is up to bat. First pitch is a strike called. Ball 1, 1-1. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Ball 2, 2-1 is the count here for Caden Fry. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Pioneers lead at 6-1. Here's the pitch. Contact made, it's popped up. Foul on the right side. Catcher was going for it, but the wind probably twirled it around. He wasn't able to grab it. So it's going to be a 2-2 count here for Fry. Here's the pitch. Swung on and miss. Strike 3. So the Wildcats go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second, and now we're headed to the top of the third. Pioneers lead it 6-1. All right, number 24 up to bat here for the Pioneers, and he gets hit by the first pitch here. Next batter, ball 1. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt. He's going to bunt it right along the first base side. No one's covering first. Get over there. Oh, I got to move the camera. And a successful bunt there for the Pioneers. Number 11 puts it into play here on the right side, just gets by our right fielder, and the lead runner is going to get home and score. Pioneers go up 7-1 now. No outs here. Number 1 up to bat. Man on first and second. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled off. So, looking for our first out of this inning here. Fry with the pitch. Strike. 0-2 is the count. Here's the pitch, swung on, stopped by shortstop Stessner, but he bobbles it, couldn't get a play there. So he's going to get base on error. Bases loaded, no outs here, top of the third. Pitch, pass ball, and that's going to score another run here. Runners advance. Should be 8-1. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-1. This is the top of their order. Coach Perez coming out to talk to his team. We'll see if he makes a change there on the mound. He does. Dylan Haupt is coming in. I don't know who's pitching. Looks like Mason Stessner's going to pitch. We'll let him give a minute and warm up here. They'll let him give a minute and warm up. He's got 2 on with no outs. Top of the order. Pioneers lead it 8-1. Don't forget, this Saturday, Wildcat Western Day at Nasty's Sports Bar. Featuring Sean Prather. He's the musical guest. Proceeds go support Davidson baseball. All right, Mason is warmed up and ready to go to face the top of the order. Number 9 had a single in the first inning and a walk in the second inning. There's the pitch. Strike one called. First pitch strike. Here's the second pitch. High ball. It's close. Number 9 up to bat, the top of the order. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's a walk. I guess he inherited the count, previous count. So bases are loaded for number 5. First pitch is a strike. Strike 2. Low, ball 1, 1 and 2 is the count. Here's the pitch, swung, fouled off on the left side. I gotta make sure I follow that. One and 2 is the count here. No outs, bases loaded. 8-1 Pioneers. Here's the pitch. Swung on and strike 3, and a nice play that was for Mason Stessner with the changeup there. Number 3 comes up to bat. Number 3 fouls it off. He's grounded out to third baseman and the first baseman. I'm sorry, pop out last time to center field. Here's the pitch. Ball. Braylon hangs on to that ball. Make sure no runners coming in. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1 ball. Here's the pitch. Swung on and strike 2. Or strike 1. 1 and 1. Swung on, popped up, shortstop is going to grab it. He tried to tag the guy at second base, but he has got back to the base. Elsass is there at shortstop. So nice play by Elsass and Stessner. Pop out. 2 outs here. Bases loaded for number 8. He got a single his last time up. Strike called. Here's the pitch. Swung on, strike 2.
Hey, let's go, mate.
Here's the pitch. Oh, that was high. That was high. Ball 1, but I think it hit the top of the zone. He tried that changeup again. Changeup was a little bit high. Here's Stessner. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and Stessner comes in and gets out of that inning without any more damage. And now we go to the bottom of the 3rd, and we're going to try to hit Try to get some runs in. Pioneers lead it 8-1. Next up for the Wildcats is going to be bottom of the order. I'm not sure who's coming up. It looks like Brendan Cruz. And then we'll go back to the top of the order. All right, Brendan Cruz comes up to base, up to bat. Pioneers lead it 8-1, bottom of the third. No outs for left-handed hitter Brendan Cruz. Here's the first pitch. Strike called. Here's the pitch. Swung on, strike two. All right, here's the next pitch. In the dirt, ball one. Ball one gets past the catcher there. Ball two, 2-2 is the count for Brendan Cruz. Swung on and strike three. Another strikeout here for number 24 for the Pioneers. Up next, top of the order, Kellen Dilley. Last time up, he got a single. Here's the pitch for Dilley. Strike called. Looked a little low and away, but curved in. Here's the pitch. Strike two. Dilley got to protect now with 2 strikes. Swing at anything that's close. Here's the pitch. He does do that and protects himself and gets it foul. It's a good battle here for Kellen Dilley. Swung on, it's popped up in the outfield, and it's going to drop for a base hit for Kellen Dilley. Up next, Colin Kay. Colin has been doing a fantastic job. Last game he played. Here's the pitch. Ball one. He played a couple weeks ago, or a couple games ago, with against Bradley. We're going to get a sub runner out here. Palmer Sykes is coming in for Dilly on the bases. Colin Kay with a 1-0 count here. Colin, a couple games ago at Bradley, was probably our best player. Check swing there for Kay, and it's going to be ball 2. It looked like a strike to me. It was outside. I'm a little off the plate. I'm not centered right behind, so it's hard to tell sometimes. All right, here's the 2-0 pitch here. In the dirt, and going is Sykes, and he's going to be safe there at second base for the stolen base. 3-0 count here for Kay with a man on second. And 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's strike 2. That looked inside and low, but ump's calling it strike 2. So full count here for Kay. He's got to protect, swing at anything close, and foul it off or put it in play. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Swings, and it's going to be strike 3. Up next, Stessner. He got a single last time up. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 2 outs. Sykes on second base. Stessner up to bat. 8-1 Pioneers. Bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a strike. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swung and fouled it back. 1-2 is the count. Sykes should be in motion here with 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Stessner staying alive there. That was a low one, and he was forced to foul that one back. That was right in the spot where that ump was calling him. So good move by Stessner there. Here's the pitch. He's going to pop it, fouled it back. Almost caught there by a Pioneers parent. Same guy who caught it, I think, last time. So Stessner staying alive. Good battle at the plate. Here's the pitch. Connects and puts it in the outfield for a base hit, at least 1 base. They're going to throw it in. Stessner trying to get it to second base, and he's going to get there on the throw. It's a single, advancing to second on the throw, and Stessner with a great at-bat, battling there with 2 strikes, fouling off anything close, and he's going to put it in the outfield to score a run and get an RBI and get on second base. All right, Evan Forbush up to bat. He ground out to the shortstop last time up, and this time he hits it to third base. A great play by the third baseman, and he gets it to the first baseman. I mean, Forbush did a good job making contact, but that was just a great baseball play on defense there for the Pioneers. Their third baseman, quick move to get that final out. But The Wildcats going to get another one on the board, and it's going to be an 8-1 or 8-2 ball game here at Davidson as we get ready for the top of the 4th inning. All right, here we go. Pioneers up to bat here, bottom of the 4th. They lead at 8-2. Here's the first pitch for Stessner, and it's going to get hit past the third baseman, Dylan Rundio, for a base hit. Perez says, look for the bunt here. Number 24 up to bat, the pitcher, with a man on first and no outs. He shows bunt. Stessner steps off the mound. Stessner with the throw, called a strike as the batter showed bunt and pulled back and called strike. 0-1 is the count with a runner on. Here's the pitch, and it's going to beat him. So hit by pitch, and we got a runners on first and second. That's the second time he's been hit by pitch. He was hit by, that kid was hit by pitch. Number 24 is hit by pitch last inning. All right, number 22 here is showing bunt again, and the throw to third base not in time, and that's going to be a stolen base here. Stessner, no outs and runners on the corners for number 22. He bunted last time, got a single on a bunt. Strike called. Oh, he held up his thumb, held up his fingers, but I'm not sure if it's a I think it's a 1-1 count. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. No bunt. That was definitely down the middle in the strike zone, called the ball. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch, swung on and miss, strike 2. 2-2 is the count for number 22. 2-2 for 22. He walked and bunted to first base. Here's the pitch. Check swing, and we're going to have a full count here. Here's Here's the pitch. High and ball 4. All right, we got bases loaded here. Top of the 4th inning. Number 11, he's 2 for 2, 2 singles. Here's the pitch. Swung on and strike 1. Here's the pitch. That's a ball, 1-1. Two and 1. No outs, bases loaded here. There's the pitch, it's inside. 3-1 is the count. There's the pitch, and that looked pretty good, but it's going to get called a walk. So we're going to walk a man home and make it 9-2. Bowman goes over to talk to Mason on the mound there. He's had 2 walks and a hit by pitch in a row here. Bases loaded still with no outs and a throw on third, and they're going to get the runner on third out. Sorry, I was looking down at my sheet there, but I got the out there. So the runner is out. 1 out, runners on first and second. Swung on left side, and that's a fair ball. They get 1 in and 2 in. It's a 1-out double there for the Pioneers to clear out the bases. Here's the pitch, strike 1. Strike 2. This is the top of the order. Outside ball. Oh, that was a strike 3. Okay. Two outs here. Man on second base. Pioneers up 11-2. Hit by pitch there. So we got a runner on first and second here. Two outs. Number 3 up to bat. Swung on, it's popped up in the air. Going back is El Sass, and he's gonna grab it for out number 3. Let's take a look at El Sass's snag there on the replay. There's the contact up in the air. El Sass moves back. he grabs it. All right, that's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Pioneers lead it 11-2. All right, first pitch to Height is going to be a ball. Bottom of the 4th inning, 11-2 Pioneers. Here's the pitch. Swung on and miss. Strike 1, 1-1. So Jonathan Alder is actually a really cool name for a school because it's named Strike 2, 1-2. It's named after a, I don't know if you'd call him a pioneer. Jonathan Alder grew up in Virginia, and he was abducted by Native Americans. Pitch is a strike out. Height with a strikeout there. Cash Ivy up to bat. Jonathan Alder was brought back to Ohio by this native tribe, and he was given as a replacement son, strike 1, to one of the elders of the tribe here in Ohio. And they put him through some kind of ritual where he had to, go through the hot coals, and I'm sure walking across hot coals or whatever, and was part of the Native American tribe and actually fought in several wars with the Native Americans. Ended up marrying a Native American for his first wife. There's a strikeout there for out number 2. Rundio up to bat. His second wife, he met in Virginia when he reconnected with his family as an adult, and he moved them back to Ohio in the area near Plain City. His grave site is actually near Prairie Oaks Metro Park. If you enter in on the west side entrance, there's a cemetery there, and that's where Jonathan Alder is buried. There's the pitch. Contact. It's popped up right side. First baseman gets under it for out number 3. All right, 1-2-3 here for the Wildcats as we go to the top of the 5th. Unless there's a run rule in play here. Oh, we're going to the top of the 5th here. Pioneers lead at 11-2.
All right, here we go. We got number 8 here for the Pioneers up to bat, and he looks at strike one. Number 8 is 1 for 3 as he fouls it off for 0-2. Number 8 is 1 for 3. He flew out to first baseman, or grounded out to the first baseman, got a single, and then struck out. There's a ball in the dirt, 1-2. Stessner on the mound with the pitch. Another foul ball, a little blooper. Stays alive, 1-2. Here's the pitch, high outside. Here's the pitch. Oh, he wanted a call strike. Full count here for number 8. There's the pitch. Right down the middle, strike, swinging strike 3. Another strikeout here for Stessner, out number 1. Number 14 is up next. He's 1 for 2. He's got a single and a hit by pitch. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. So number 14, his name is Ben Travis. He was hit by pitch, eventually scored. Flew out to center field. His second time up and his last time up, he got a single and ended up scoring a single down the left side there. 2-0 pitch here. Strike 1, 2-1. There's the pitch, swung on, and strike 2. 2-2 is the count. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Contact made left side. Rundio with the stop, and he's going to drop it. And it's going to be on base, an error, unfortunately. All right, number 24 up to bat. This is their pitcher. He shows bunt. He bunts it right in front. Stessner runs in to try to get it, throws to first base. He's going to get the out at first, throw into third, and it's going to get past him, and he's going to run home. So Pioneers score their leadoff man here. But we get 2 outs. Strike. So that was a sacrifice bunt there. Sack bunt, would you consider? I would consider that a sack bunt. He is out. There's the pitch. Strike 3, looking, and Mason gets that final out. Let's take a look at that. Oh, that was the play before. All right, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pioneers are up 12-2. Don't forget Wildcat Western this Saturday at Nasty's Sports Bar featuring Sean Prather. I'm going to be there. Come hang out with me. Bring your cowboy boots and cowboy hat. Speaking of Cowboys, Caden Fry is up to bat. Here's the pitch, low in the dirt for ball 1. Here's the pitch for Caden. Swing and a miss. 1-1 is the count. Pitch low and away in the dirt. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch in the dirt. 3-1 for Caden Fry. Here's the pitch, swing and strike 2. Full count here for Caden Fry. Full count. All right, here's the pitch. Called strike 3. That looked pretty low to me. Mr. Chalker taught me how to draw the K backwards. He said, flip it upside down and draw the K, and that's a great tip, and that's what I do. Unfortunately, I do that here. Brendan Cruz looks at strike number 1 here. Ball 1, 1-1 for Brendan Cruz. Here's the pitch. Inside, it looked like it hit him almost, but it's going to be ball number 2. 2-1 is the count for Brendan Cruz. Here's the pitch. Cruz makes contact, gets it into right field, and it's going to bounce into the woods for a ground rule double. So nice job for Cruz, a 2-1 double. Now we go to the top of the order. Kellen Dilly's having a great game today, actually. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles, and 2 runs scored. Perez calling time there. He wants a runner for Brendan Cruz. Gabe Harm is going out for Brendan Cruz on the base paths. Dilly doing a good job here this game. And he takes ball 1. Low and away, ball 2, and it's going to put Harm on third base on the passed ball. 2-0 count for Dilly. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Harm on third. There's the pitch. It's low in the dirt. 3-1 is the count here. Here's the pitch. Swung on, miss, full count for Dilly. That was a good fastball for number 24 of the Pioneers. Blowing away in the ground, and it looks like Harm is going to score. And it's a live ball, so Dilly should turn and look at 2. And that's going to be a walk, and he gets the run home. And that's going to keep the Wildcats alive to make it a 12-3 game. Manager for the Pioneers comes out to talk to his team here. And they get a relief pitcher. Number 24, Ben Skorich, did a nice job on the mound here. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strikeouts for the freshman. All right, warming up on the mound is Corbin Yoder. I'm actually kind of excited to see him pitch because he is new to our travel team, my son's travel team this summer, playing for the Ohio Panthers. So, looking forward to seeing how he does on the mound. He's had a great day at bat, actually. He's 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 singles and a walk, scoring twice. And up to bat comes Colin Kay. There's 1 out and a runner on first base for Colin. There's the pitch. It's inside. Steal on second base. The throw was a good throw, but just high, and the tag not in time. So a stolen base there for Kellen Dilly, and Ka takes ball 1. K hits it to the second baseman. Second baseman throws it to the first base for the second out. And Sykes is in for Dilly. I'm sorry. Sykes is in for Dilly on the base paths. Stessner up to bat. 2 outs. Man on third. Sykes on third. Here's the pitch. Stessner. Foul ball to the left side. Stessner and Yoder, who's on the mound here, they have not played in a game together, but they're teammates this summer for their travel team. Here's the pitch, and he's going to hit him. He hits his teammate, but we'll remind him of that during the season. So Stessner on first, Sykes on third, 2 outs, and Forbush up to bat. Pitcher steps off the mound and puts Mason back on first base. He's probably going to go with 2 outs and a runner on third. It's ideal. Nice smack there by Fry. Gets it in left field. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to score a run, so an RBI for Forbush. I don't know why I keep saying Fry. It's Forbush. He's going to score a run, so the Wildcats get 4. So man on first and second, Stessner on second, and Height up to bat. Here's the pitch. Stessner moving, and the throw is bobbled there by the catcher. Both runners advance. Stolen base for Stessner. Stolen base. Looks like Elsas is on first base for Forbush. Here's the pitch. Contact right down the right side, the first base side. First baseman's going to touch the base, and that is going to end the inning for out number 3. All right. Wildcats get a couple back, but we are down 12-4 to the Pioneers. Top of the 6th coming up next here. All right, new pitcher Weir is on the mound now. And he is going to pitch to number 11, Corbin Yoder, who I was just talking about. He's actually having a really good game at the plate. He is 2 for 2 with a walk. And he starts us off here in the 6th inning. First pitch, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Strike called. 3-1 is the count here for Corbin Yoder. Weir pitching. Here's the pitch. Contact right field over second baseman's head, and that's going to be a base hit for Yoder. Up next, number 1. He is 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch, and he got on first on an error. Throw back to first base is not in time. Actually, he would be 1 for 2 with an error in there. Here's the stolen base attempt. It's thrown, and the tag is right there, and the ump is calling safe. That was a close one. I'm not sure why we don't have a field ump, but Yoder with the stolen base. I think maybe the first one was a ball. Whoa! Almost hit him. Ball 2. Here's the pitch. Swung. Nice little curveball there from Weir. I don't know if that was intended to be a curve or the wind took it. The wind is blowing pretty hard. That's going to be strike 1, 2-1. Here's the pitch. Behind him. And 3 balls and 1 strike for Noah Weir. Here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt behind him, and Yoder's going to take a base there on third. Bowman jumps up and grabs the ball. 3-2, thank you. 3-2 is the count, full count here for number 1. His name is Drew King. Here's the pitch over his shoulder. That was going to be a hit by pitch anyway, and he's going to walk. So runners on the corners here with no outs. Top of the order up, number 9. He is 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Had a base hit in the first inning. He struck out last inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for a strike 1. And they let the runner advance to second base, as they should in that situation. 0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt, pass ball. Bowman jumping back for it. And it's going to be another score here for the Pioneers to make it 13-4. Yoder scoring and the runner advancing to third base. 2-1. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Ball, 2-1. Noah Weir on the mound. Here's the pitch. Outside. Oh, that's ball 4. I missed a ball there. Runners on the corners again. And now we got number 4 up to bat. He is a sub. Runner advances to second base. He steps off, throws to second, and now they're in a rundown, but they got a guy on third base. Runner gets back to first, and he's going to be safe at first at the attempted pickoff there. Number 4 is Nolan Beeson. Here's the pitch, bunt, fouled back. There's the pitch, swung on. Strike 3. Strike 2. Runner advances to second there. All right, here's the pitch for Noah Weir, from Noah Weir. Swung on and strike 3. So 1 out here, top of the 7th. Up next is number 3, and he is 0 for 4 today. Nolan Berner. He's put the ball in play all 4 times, but so that's good, making contact, but the Wildcats able to get him out. Here's the pitch. Strike called. I missed a pitch there, so I don't know what the count is. He has at least a strike. All right, here's the pitch. Swing. Strike 2. 1-2 is the count. Runners on second and third here. There's the pitch outside. Good job by Bowman to stop the ball. He kind of lost it there. Good job by him to stop the ball from getting by him. All right, here's the pitch. Swung. Fly ball, and Palmer, or Elsas is going to get it. The runner on third tags up. So we got an out, and then they score a run on the tag up. So 2 outs here. And a runner on third. Contact made, right side foul. 0-1. Here's the pitch, swung on and chopped way foul. If he straightens that one out, that would be not good for us Wildcats. Number 8, he is 1 for 4. He had a base hit in the second inning. There's the pitch inside for ball 1, 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch for Weir, from Weir. Fouled off. Number 8 here stays alive, Nolan Nixon. Two outs, 1 on, and that's a ball. 2-2 is the count. 2 outs, 1 on, 2-2. Weir with the pitch, swung, first base, got right by Kay for a base hit. That'll be a single. Try not to give errors when they're hard hit like that, so I'd say it was a single. He's going to score the runner on third base to make it 15-4. Weir checks the runner there. And we got number 14 up to bat. Swing, strike 1. Number 14, he is 1 for 3. 1 for 3 with a single, a hit by pitch, and one of those was he reached on base on an error. Here's the pitch, and it's slammed into the outfield, left field with some wind, and it's caught there by Height. Height with a nice job to get the third out of the inning. All right, we head to the bottom of the 6th. Let's take a look at that play. Height running over to grab it to end the inning. It's 15-4 Pioneers. All right, Cash Ivy up to bat here, top of the 6th, and he looks at ball 2. Wildcats got to score to not get run ruled. The run rule is, oh, he got hit by a pitch there. The run rule is 8 after 6, so they have to score 3 runs to stay alive here. So Ivy takes first base. Up next, Rundio. Rundio's pretty good about getting on base, and he slams it with a chopper to the third baseman. Third baseman throws it to first to get out number 1. But he advances the runner. Cash Ivy moves to second base. Caden Fry up to bat now. Oh, actually, he's got a substitution, Caden Fry. And I look up, and that is definitely not Caden Fry up to bat. Dylan Haupt is up to bat now. I'm looking down at my sheet, and then I look up, and I'm like, whoa, what happened to Caden? What happened to Caden? He shrunk. There's a strike. So what's the count here? 1-1, I think. 1-1. Yeah, thank you. 1-1 for Dylan Haupt. Here's the pitch. Contact made right up the middle. It's going to drop for a base hit for Dylan Haupt. Runner on third is coming home, and that is Height. And Dylan Haupt gets a double. So the Wildcats put another one up on the board. We need 2 more to stay in this game. And Ivy scores. Strike 1 for Brendan Cruz. Cruz is 1 for 2. He had a double the right side last time up. There's the pitch. Oh, strike called. 0-2 is the count. Oh, I've been advertising for it. I had a request to advertise for the Wildcat Western, which, if you guys are watching at home, you know I've mentioned it many times. So the Wildcat Westerns this Saturday. Come join me and Brian Haupt as we do the line dance at Nasty's. We do the nasty at Nasty's. I mean the line dance at Nasty's. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed strike 3. All right, top of the order up with 2 outs. Kellen Dilly having a good game. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. Scored all 3 times he was on base. Ball 1. Like I said, the Wildcats got to get, I didn't advance the inning. The Wildcats got to get 2 more runs. Strike. Two more runs to stay out of the run rule trouble. Here's the pitch. Contact made. It's a up in the air foul. First baseman comes over and grabs it for the 3rd out. And that'll do it for the Wildcats Pioneers game. The Pioneers are going to win it 15-5. Tough loss for the Wildcats, but that's okay because this is JVB baseball. This is development for the higher levels, and hopefully helped out some guys getting some reps. And next game is tomorrow. I forget who we're playing, but we got another game tomorrow. Marysville, we're driving all the way out to Marysville. I'll be late. I'm going to warn all you guys. I will be late to that one if it's at 5 o'clock. So you guys will be tuning in when you're driving up there, and I ain't going to be there. I'll be behind you. I'll be trying to tune in to you guys. All right, don't forget Wildcat Western this Saturday. Thanks, everybody, for watching the feed. I appreciate you guys watching at home. Hopefully you're enjoying these, and we'll see you next time. It is a great day. It's a great day to have a great baseball game. Goodbye.